Backstage here at Wrestlelution in St. Catharines, Ontario. Matt Young, Fightful Wrestling with Anthony Corelli, also known as Santino Marella to WWE fans. First off, just thank you for taking the time to do this with me. It's great to have an opportunity to speak with you.
Oh, my pleasure, anytime.
So, after leaving WWE, you kind of went under the radar for a long time, right? It's one of those things where I know you started your wrestling school and you were primarily focusing on that, but you kind of went under the radar for a long time, but now we're starting to see you out at a lot more events. What's prompted the change?
That's a good question. So yeah, well, once I opened Battle Alerts, you're there 7 days a week, right? So it wasn't even much of a choice. I was coaching, taking my judo athletes to tournaments on the weekends, putting on shows, kids' birthday parties, and I was working 7 days a week, actually. I was doing some commentary for the World Judo Tour and helping out with Destiny and stuff like that. So anyway, I ended up being more busy than I ever was in WWE, and so that was one of the reasons. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so now I have business partners, and so the load is a lot lighter. And I moved up north. So now that I'm able, it's actually that I'm able to come out and go do some stuff. And the stuff I go do now, it's stuff I have fun again,
Exactly. So how is your body holding up? Because I know you were kind of injured at one point, right? Like you had.
Yeah, I had neck surgery. Yeah, no, I don't wrestle very much, to be honest. Recently, it's been a lot of local Canadian stuff, and I do like to get out and do stuff in Canada. But no, I couldn't do this on a full-time basis, that's for sure. I have, back issues and neck issues and stuff. But I am pretty meticulous with my rehab and prehab. A lot of stretching, hydration, inversion, strengthening my neck. And I train like twice a day. And health is wealth, right? And I just want to be as healthy as possible.
And you've got the in-ring experience now too, so you don't necessarily have to go out and do all the crazy stuff. You don't have to bump a lot either anymore.
Oh, I can't bump. I got a bad back.
So tonight you're teaming with Luke of the Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the Glamorella with their old friend Beth Phoenix. What would you call this team tonight?
Oh man. God, that's a good question. I got to think there's a Santino.
The Marella Whackers?
Yeah, something. Yeah, I don't know. I got to come up with it. That's a good question. But yeah, usually I'm the veteran when I go places. But in this case, I'm going to be quiet and listen because he's a real veteran and tons of experience. And it's actually going to be an honor and a pleasure to participate with him and teach these young kids a lesson,
Absolutely. You're not going to let him lick your head, are you?
If he wants to, he can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants, eh? Okay, so your daughter's now with NXT. Everybody knows that. She recently had surgery. How did everything go, and how's her rehab going?
Yeah, so interesting enough, when you have surgery, it's not everyone's recovery is not the same. And she seems to be doing exceptionally well with regards to her recovery. Sometimes it's a genetic thing with regards to inflammation and range of motion. And the hardest thing with any injury is your mindset. And it's devastating being away from something you're passionate about and you're working really hard at. But yeah, so it's a waiting game now. She's hitting the rehab, and we're hoping, come the spring, she's back at it, and it'll be nice. Not nice. I mean, unfortunately, the injury is unfortunate, but it'd be nice to come back. Anytime you've had time away, when you make that initial comeback, it's a nice moment. And I think she has enough momentum from where she left off at NXT that it'll be a meaningful comeback, and she'll have a good experience.
Thoughts on the Ariana Grace name? Was there any thought at any point in time with maybe Ariana Marella?
I wasn't in the meetings. Of course, I kind of thought they were going to do that because they own that.
It seems like it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I guess they just want to, they did it a few times. The guys like Bray Wyatt and Curtis Axel, and they don't give their parents' surnames sometimes. But I guess it's okay because then she'll just, make a name for herself.
Fair enough. So I guess, we're starting to see you out a little bit more now. What does the future hold for you? Are you hoping to just continue on the indies for a number of years still, just keep making appearances? What is it that brings you back out, I guess?
Well, I've known Chris Thorne for quite some time, and this is a big show, and I just told him I'd have his back and come here as a friend, and that's why I'm here. No, I don't really have a lot of interest in wrestling too much, to be honest. I enjoy doing commentary, and maybe in the future you'll see me somewhere as a commentator, producer, something like that. My wrestling days are definitely behind me in terms of a career. I do it for fun, but I got two small kids at home, and I'm staying home and enjoying that as much as possible.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this. Certainly appreciate it. Have a great match tonight.
Oh, thank you very much.
If you don't get nordvpn.com/Fightful, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find out about your big life events, and I'm going to break the news. I'm going to scoop you. But if you do get nordvpn.com/Fightful, you can change your virtual location with just one click. I won't be able to do that. I mean, honestly, I'm probably not going to anyway because I'm too busy watching all the great content that I have access to thanks to nordvpn.com/Fightful. But I might threaten it for the sake of this read. And you don't want that, do you? I don't want to spend my time doing that, but you're going to force me into it. 4 months free, 30-day money-back guarantee, block online trackers, block malware, block annoying pop-up ads on all your devices. They've got 3 great tiers: Pass, a locker, a VPN. You can watch all your favorite shows abroad, get pay-per-views at a much more affordable price with nordvpn.com/Fightful.